Hello and welcome to everyone joining us to view this video interview. This week, we are bringing you interviews of experts from Construction Industry Development Council. These are some of the greatest minds who will help us understand how to navigate through in this uncertain time. I am Praveen Tiwari, General Manager at CIDC, and I'll be your host for today's interview. Today, we have with us Dr. P.R. Swaroop, Director General CIDC, and he will discuss on rehabilitation of construction industry post-COVID. It's great to have you, Dr. Swaroop, with us. Sir, this is really unprecedented and disconcerting time for everyone when things are shut down, not knowing as to how long this will last, health concerns of all the people who we care about, unwanted halt of the construction activities across the country, and the most terrifying thought, what is going to be the condition post-COVID? Please share your thoughts, Dr. Swaroop, on this entire situation.
Thank you, Praveen. And I think what you're raising is a very, very important set of questions this afternoon. And we need to dwell on that in the construction industry. So I can see that a major question that is uppermost on everybody's mind is that how exactly the construction workers who are mostly migrant, who are leaving various project sites and they are now clamoring to leave the project site, how will they come back and how exactly the rejoining is going to take place, and if there is a possibility of rejoining these construction workers in the near future from their hometown and states. Now, the answer is that it is very, very difficult to say now, but last 40 days lockdown and the kind of difficulties as are being told in the media that the workers are facing all over the country. And now, of course, the opening has begun. Looks to me that it is going to be a while before the construction workers come back to their project site. Many of them have faced problem of not being able to get their salaries and wages. Many of them have really suffered in terms of the supply of food. And then more than all these things, the problem is that there is a kind of a fear in their mind as to whether they will ever be able to get back to their home places or not. So I think these are the kind of issues that one will have to live with. And it is going to be a while before these people will come back. My own estimate says that it is not before 5 to 6 months that one can really expect that there are going to be certain returns that are going to be taking place.
What support will CIDC extend during reinduction of workers on site? And how, Dr. Swaroop, you think the industry or government authorities can support this initiative?
What we have done is, having anticipated that this is the kind of situation that we are going to be facing with, we have written to almost all the state governments, and there are two basic categories here. One, those who are basically the governments of the host state from where the migrant workers have moved. And of course, the second set is those who are importing the workers from various states. So we have written to all of them to immediately start certain rehabilitation programs when they reach there, and as quickly as possible. These rehabilitation programs can basically give them some kind of occupation. They can also give them some vocation. At the same time, we should start working seriously, utilizing various sources to basically convince these people to get back to the work as soon as they are in a position to do that. My own feeling is that if handled softly, this is going to be, the time frame that I was talking about, that could be further lessened.
All right. What problems will the material suppliers face? And to overcome this, what provisions you suggest, Dr. Swaroop?
At this moment, fortunately, the material suppliers have generally a lot of stock that is lying there with them. So we still have, you can say, lead time of the inventory which is available with them. So the only thing that is basically needing to be done is to start the supply lines. That is something that immediately needs to be done. And I think the road traffic has to be opened up. And similarly, the same thing has to be done for the goods traffic as well. But of course, the top priority is going to be that of the, transiting the migrant workforces, because that is now assuming some kind of alarming proportion. Nevertheless, the supplies can be brought in. And of course, the consumption of these materials is only going to take place when we have sufficient number of workers. So the work needs to begin very fast. The inventory can basically support us. But then again, the focus is going to be as to how to make it feasible to have the workers returning back to the work sites.
We also have a lot of authorities and organizational setup which is going to face some problems, like we have state RERAs. They'll definitely be facing some kind of problems. And how you think they should combat the post-COVID situation?
I think the first thing that RERAs will have to basically come about is to set up some kind of tribunals immediately, because after opening up of the lockdown, or even before that, there are going to be a variety of disputes that might be cropping up. The developers may not be able to really meet up their supply commitments, and the buyers are going to be again in a problem, because it looks like that many of the buyers might defer making the payments to the developers. So I think a new set of rules or regulations must be developed by RERAs, so that the such kind of difficult situation can be overcome. And there are going to be the disputes, so there is definitely a need to set up tribunals as fast as possible, and discourage getting into any kind of legal disputes, because that is what is going to basically complicate the matter further. So I think the best thing is that they must seek the support of institutions like Construction Industry Arbitration Council to see that immediately conciliation is resorted to.
What should be the plan of rehabilitation of workers returned from overseas? Do you think screening through testing and certification program can be effective for identifying the right man for the right job?
Absolutely right. As a matter of fact, that is something which is an additional burden coming on our head. It is estimated that around 3 million people are likely to come back, and as the things are, bulk of them, majority of them, almost 75 to 80% of them are basically from construction industry. And these are the people who are having skills, but the only problem is that many of them, they do not have the kind of skill certification. And in a situation where we need more hands to really take up the work, I think that is going to be the only solution, and that is where the governments must step in, the state government. They must step in and make sure that such kind of persons who are coming back from overseas, they must immediately be tested for their skills, a roster be prepared, and industry be helped, so that they can access the manpower as and when they require. And that is going to basically enhance the pool and somewhat mitigate the difficulty of arising out of the shortage of the work persons who might otherwise like to kind of hang around in their native places.
Of course, there are a lot of possible things, but Dr. Swaroop, how and from where can these activities be funded?
Well, the funding will definitely have to come from the sources within the government, because I don't think industry is actually in a position to really provide any kind of funds. They may not have enough cushion available with them, and especially last about month and a half stoppage of work and non-payment of their dues, which otherwise also was a serious problem, is going to enable the industry to really share this burden. As a matter of fact, let me tell you this thing, that in order to make sure that these migrant workers come back and rejoin their works, it is going to be a lot of expenditure. My own estimate tells me that even if we spend about a couple of thousand rupees on transfer of such people coming back to their project site, it is going to be in close vicinity to almost 8 to 9,000 crores of rupees that has to be spent. So I think this is the time when, out of the rehabilitation package which the government of India has already announced, from the construction workers welfare cess, from whatever surpluses the state government may have, I think this is something which must assume immediate and very important priority. If we don't do that, then I think we are in a serious problem.
What are the other important do's and don'ts, Dr. Swaroop, especially in respect of environment and safety at work?
Well, there are three issues on which I think the country will have to start working now in right earnest. Number one, we'll have to have a very different set of labor laws now. The old labor laws are not going to be doing well for us. And special care has to be taken the way we basically look after the construction workers. And we may have to follow the models of many other developing countries where the project work persons have to be imported in. They should be there for a certain time frame, and then they get back to their own local villages or cities or towns from where they came from. This should be a kind of a limited period stay at the project site, not beyond that. The second thing is that their statutory dues will have to be paid. There is a possibility that we may even have to look at the minimum wages that you have there. And of course, the way their health concerns are taken care of. We have to take care of the safety, health, and environmental related issues, which have just remained more of a cosmetic kind of working until now. I think in real practice, we'll have to put a lot of stress on that. We will also have to start looking at the kind of methods of construction that we have to follow. And we have to make sure that they are environment friendly for that matter. And for that purpose, we may have to revisit the green rating that is being awarded and accorded to various organizations. I think there is a sea change. We have to see that what kind of embodied energies are basically being spent, what are the work processes, and many other things. So there are plethora of things that one will have to do. And what CIDC is proposing to do is to approach the government of India and of course various state government, set up a high-powered working group and try developing a set of new labor rules and laws and the kind of recommendations which may be incorporated in the procurement processes.
Thank you, Dr. Swaroop, for sharing those insights and highlighting most of the critical areas and the issues of today's time.
Thank you, Praveen. Nice talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And we would like and share this video recording which we have presented to you. And you may like to share your views also, and we would like to have your feedback through the comments which you can post to us. And we'll keep bringing such insights and detailed videos of the experts from this industry. Thank you very much.